If you're building a serious home audio setup on a budget, the amplifier is where everything either comes together or falls apart. In 2026, the good news is this. Under $500, you can now get amplifiers that sound clean, drive real speakers properly, and even include features like Bluetooth, DACs, and streaming. Today, we're breaking down the top 5 best stereo amplifiers under $500 based on sound quality, power, features, and real-world usability. Let's get into it. Number 5. WiiM Amplifiers Ultra. This is the most modern amplifier on the list, and the WiiM Amplifier represents a clear shift in how people are building home audio systems in 2026, where convenience, streaming, and integration matter just as much as traditional sound quality. Instead of separating components like a traditional setup with a dedicated amplifier, DAC, and streaming device, the WiiM Amplifier combines everything into a single compact unit that handles both amplification and digital playback in one streamlined package. This removes a lot of complexity from the system and makes it extremely beginner-friendly, while still offering performance that satisfies more experienced users. It comes with built-in streaming support for major platforms like Spotify Connect, AirPlay, and other network-based services, allowing you to play music directly from your phone, tablet, or computer without needing extra hardware. One of its most practical features is HDMI ARC support, which allows it to connect directly to a TV and function as a serious upgrade over built-in TV speakers, making it an excellent choice for living room setups. The entire system is controlled through a clean, responsive app interface, giving users easy access to volume control, input switching, playlists, and streaming services without relying on physical buttons or remotes. The design philosophy is centered around simplicity and clean digital integration, meaning less clutter, fewer cables, and faster setup time. In real-world use, it is essentially designed for people who want high-quality sound without the traditional complexity of hi-fi systems, making it ideal for modern homes where streaming is the primary listening method. Overall, the WiiM Amplifier is best understood as a future-focused all-in-one solution that blends convenience, smart connectivity, and solid audio performance into a single, easy-to-use device. Number 4. NAD-D3020 V2. NAD takes a very different approach here with the D3020 V2, focusing less on traditional size and raw power, and more on intelligent, modern, clarity-first engineering that prioritizes sound quality in a compact form factor. At first glance, it is almost deceptively small, and it doesn't look like a typical hi-fi amplifier, but once you start listening, it quickly becomes clear that its performance is far more refined than its size suggests. Instead of chasing a power-first design like many competitors in this price range, NAD has built this amplifier around precision, control, and a clean, neutral sound signature that aims to reproduce music as accurately and transparently as possible. The result is a listening experience that feels open, detailed, and well separated, with a strong focus on clarity in vocals and instrument definition without unnecessary coloration or added warmth. Despite its compact footprint, it includes a built-in DAC and Bluetooth connectivity, making it highly practical for modern digital setups where streaming from a phone, laptop, or TV is common. One of its standout strengths is its ability to retrieve fine detail at low to moderate volumes, which makes it particularly appealing for near-field listening or quiet environments. This amplifier is especially well suited for desktop setups, small bedrooms, dorm rooms, or minimalist living spaces, where a full-size amplifier would feel too bulky or unnecessary. It also works well for users who prioritize sound accuracy over sheer loudness or room-filling power. Overall, the NAD-D3020 V2 is best understood as a compact audiophile solution that delivers surprisingly mature, balanced, and clean performance in a very small package, making it ideal for listeners who want high-quality sound without committing to a large traditional hi-fi system. Number 3. Cambridge Audio A-S301. Now we move to something more energetic and performance-focused. The Cambridge Audio A-S301, a stereo receiver that easily behaves like a serious integrated amplifier in real-world use. This is often called the headroom king in the sub-$500 category because it simply delivers more usable power than many of its competitors, and that extra reserve makes a noticeable difference when driving demanding speakers or filling larger rooms. The A-S301 is built around a strong amplifier section that prioritizes control and authority, meaning it doesn't just get loud, it stays composed even as volume increases. The sound signature is punchy, dynamic, and forward in a way that makes music feel more alive and immediate, especially with rock, electronic, and cinematic tracks where impact matters. One of its biggest strengths is how effortlessly it scales with speaker difficulty. Where smaller amplifiers may start to compress or lose detail at higher volumes, the A-S301 maintains clarity and separation. Feature-wise, it includes a built-in FM radio for traditional listening, along with a phono input for turntable users, making it a flexible, all-in-one solution for both modern and analog sources. In real-world listening, the impression it creates is simply bigger sound. Bass has more weight and authority, transients feel faster, and dynamic shifts in music are handled with confidence rather than strain. This makes it especially well-suited for larger living spaces, open-plan rooms, or setups using less efficient speakers that require extra current to perform properly. Overall, the AXR85 is best understood as a power-first amplifier that focuses on energy, dynamics, and effortless volume handling, making it an excellent choice for listeners who want a more commanding and physically engaging sound presentation. Number 2. Denon PMA-600NE. Next up is Denon, a brand widely known for its smooth, musical, and easy listening approach to sound reproduction, and the PMA-600NE is a perfect example of that philosophy in action. Instead of focusing on sharp analytical detail or an ultra-revealing presentation, this amplifier is tuned more toward comfort, warmth, and long-term listening enjoyment, making it especially appealing for people who listen for hours at a time without wanting any sense of fatigue or harshness. The PMA-600NE delivers a warm, slightly relaxed sound signature that gives music a fuller and more natural body, particularly in vocals and mid-range instruments, where it adds a sense of richness and emotional weight. It also includes a strong built-in DAC, allowing easy digital connections from TVs, streamers, or computers, which makes it very practical for modern setups. For vinyl users, the integrated phono stage is another major advantage, offering clean and satisfying performance without needing an external preamp in most beginner or intermediate turntable systems. Bluetooth support is also included for quick and convenient wireless streaming from phones or tablets, making it flexible for everyday use. Where Denon clearly differs from something like Yamaha is in its emotional presentation. While Yamaha tends to sound more neutral and controlled, Denon leans into softness and warmth, often making lower quality recordings sound more forgiving and less harsh. This forgiving nature is exactly what makes it ideal for casual listeners, vinyl enthusiasts, and anyone who prioritizes relaxed enjoyment over critical listening detail. Overall, the PMA-600NE is best understood as a comfort-first amplifier that focuses on musical flow, smooth tonal balance, and a non-fatiguing character that encourages long listening sessions without strain. Number 1. Yamaha A-S301. We start with one of the most trusted names in hi-fi, Yamaha. The A-S301 is often described as a safe choice done right, but that undersells how complete and well-balanced this amplifier actually is in real-world listening setups. It delivers a clean, slightly warm sound signature that works extremely well with a wide variety of speaker brands and types, whether you're pairing it with neutral bookshelf speakers or slightly bright-sounding ones that need a bit of smoothing out. What makes it stand out most is its sense of balance and control. Instead of trying to impress with exaggerated bass, boosted treble, or overly colored tuning, it focuses on clarity, tonal stability, and long-term listening comfort. This means vocals stay natural, instruments don't feel artificially separated, and nothing becomes fatiguing even after hours of playback. On the feature side, it includes a built-in DAC with both optical and coaxial inputs, making it easy to connect a TV, streamer, or CD player digitally without needing extra equipment. It also has a dedicated phono input for turntables, a subwoofer output for adding deeper bass extension, and enough power to comfortably drive most bookshelf and medium-sized floor-standing speakers in small to medium rooms. In everyday use, the AS301 has a way of disappearing into the system, meaning you stop noticing the amplifier itself and simply hear the speakers doing their job properly. It doesn't impose a strong character on the music. Instead, it acts as a clean, stable foundation that lets your source and speakers shine. If your goal is reliability, simplicity, and a long-term amplifier that just works without drama or constant tweaking, this remains one of the most dependable benchmarks in its price range. At under $500, you're no longer choosing between good and bad amplifiers. You're choosing between different philosophies of sound that shape how your entire system will feel and perform. Some amplifiers prioritize raw power and control, giving you more headroom and stronger dynamics, while others focus on warmth and musical smoothness that make long listening sessions more relaxed and forgiving. Then there are modern designs that emphasize convenience and integration, making streaming and TV use effortless with minimal setup. The key is not just picking the best amplifier on paper, but matching the amplifier's character to your speakers, your room size, and your personal listening habits. A great pairing can make even budget gear sound impressive, while a poor match can hold back even a strong amplifier. If you want, I can also match one of these amps to your speakers, build a full $500 to $1,000 hi-fi setup, or recommend a clear upgrade path depending on how you want your system to grow over time.